say all praises to Yahawah, double homage to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Right, we are the house of Boaf, Dawada, the King David, he's our king, and Yahawah is the King of Kings. And we're out here to proclaim our national origin. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the same people that Moses took through the Red Sea, yeah? The same people that King David, King Solomon, Moses, John the Baptist, these are our forefathers. Right? We are not black, we are not West Indian, we are not Negroes, we are the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah? Whatever perspective tribe we're from. We're from the tribe of Benjamin, we're from the West Indian island so-called, and we've got the house of Judah, at the top, and then got Issachar, we've got all the nations over there, all our people. Yeah? So we're out here to proclaim our national origin. Yesterday, we had the police come up. There's a Jewish man, and there was a battle with a Jewish man, telling that he wasn't a Jew. And I showed him Arthur Koestler, yeah? I showed him that in order for them to be called Jews, there has to be 13 tribes, but there's only 12 tribes. He called the police and the police come up, and they come from their rhetoric. They found nothing here. So we're out here looking for mercy. And from the Lord, because we're going into a time where there's going to be pure death and destruction. Isaiah, the 14th chapter. We're looking for mercy. That's the only way we're going to get out of what's happening. Yeah? We say Halloween kills, evil dies tonight. See? We're in a place where they practice witchcraft on the regular. It's the Edomites, the so-called Caucasians. They're the ones that bring all the Harry Potter and all these mediums and all these witchcraft. So we need to be delivered. So give me that Isaiah 14th chapter. Huh? Is that ready to me? Double honours to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They taught us this truth. And we've been labouring for 35 years now. It's over 30 years. Alright? And where's some of their fruit? You understand? So, give me that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For Yahawah will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right, so it says the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob's name was named to Israel in the rest of the nation. We know that the children of Jacob are the children of the blessing. So the blessing is to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We've got some people in the land now, the Jewish people, who are calling themselves Israelis. So what they're saying that they're the house of Jacob. They're saying that they're Israel. They're saying that they're the chosen. But what it is, they've deceived everyone. Okay? But they've used our national origin, they've used the Bible to conquer the world. But the Lord said He's going to have mercy on Jacob, to have mercy on the Israelites, us. Because we need mercy. We've got Caucasian people killing us indiscriminately. They've got us polluting our minds. They've got our young boys into homosexual, our women into lesbians, emasculating the men and emasculating the women. You understand? So we need to have mercy, we need to be delivered. Read on.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahawah for servants and handmaids.
Right, so this is biblical prophecy. We went into slavery, so it's telling us when Christ comes, we're going to put the people what put us in slavery. He says we're going to take them to our place. Where's our place? Let me get our place.
Quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 4. For Yahawah taketh pleasure in his people, he will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory, let them sing aloud upon their beds. let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints praising Yahawah.
Right. So that's a colorful scripture. It says we're going to take them. The people what took us, it says we're going to take them to our place. And that's a perfect scripture where we're going to execute them. What's written? And what's written? Slavery. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That is justice in the eyes of our Father, because it's our Father. Nobody else is. He's the Father of the Israelites. He made everyone. Yeah? That's what they say. Well, how could God make everybody and have a chosen?
I had words with him and he came and apologised.
We're not here to question him. He said he's chosen the Israelites to be his people, the blacks and Hispanics. And so be it. I ain't going to argue that. He wasn't arguing when he was in hardcore slavery. And he's fighting for us saying, oh, let's free the black man, Hispanic man, let's take him out of chains. I didn't hear him say that. And now he's coming to that purpose now. Okay? Anyway, this is our land. It says, read that part again, it says about
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Right, so we're going to take them and bring them to our place. So this is our place. This is Galatians 4:26. And it says, Jerusalem, which is above this city, is the mother of us all. So the motherland is not Africa, because we're not Africans. This is another lie they told us. We are the Jews, the real Jews, the Israelites. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were the last three tribes in Jerusalem before the white man came in and conquered us. They were known as the Romans. Prior to the Greeks, the Greeks. Okay? Alexander the Greek was an Edomite. Same way, what's his name? Vespasian, Titus, and the mission. They were Edomites. They were from past us in Jerusalem. So the Lord said we're going to take them to our place, and what else?
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids.
So right, so it wasn't really servants and handmaids, and it's still servants and handmaids. Who built up this society? This society was built off of 400 to 500 years of free labour. You know how much head start these Caucasians have on us? They've had 400 to 500 years of free labour. Yeah? That's 5 children. They've got 5 children plus worth of labour. And then they make out that the black man is lazy. They've got a cartoon called Lazy Town. Yeah? But they're showing black people being lazy. But how can you be lazy when we're going to put up this man's society? Of a blood, sweat, and tears. But like it says, the tables are turned. They're going to have the same thing what they had like a couple of times. The changing of the guard. Right, so read on.
It says here, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right, so who's captive? Who was captivity? Who was in captivity to a nation? Who has been captivity to all nations? I think it's Ecclesiastes, or is it Maccabees, which is 2 and 10. What nation haven't had no, there's one thing is what nation haven't taken a scroll. But I saw this other Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, because like I say, every nation have had part in the downfall of the so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American, West African man. Okay? The fact that our identity has been stolen, okay, by those Amalekites that you see in Israel today, which they call themselves Israelis, which are Israelites, and those people got the land through the Balfour Declaration. But the original people are the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and West Africans. Okay? Those are the real Israelites according to the Bible. Okay? The ones that went through Egypt again via slave ships. As it tells you that in Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 68. Okay?
Right, this is what he's talking about, because what was that part you read?
Shall take them and for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right, so every nation has had the Israelites, so-called Chinese or Moabites, the Ammonites, the Cushites or the Africans, the Edomites or the Medo-Persians, they've all had us in slavery. But we're in our last captivity now under our big brother, the big red brother Esau. He's had 3 cracks at it, yeah? Big red brother Esau, yeah? This is why the black man and the white man will never get on, because there's been a judgment what's been in the Bible from the beginning. They will never get on. Yeah? They will use us because that's what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? We're the righteous and they're the wicked. That's what the Bible says. And it says here, 1 Maccabees 2 and 10, it says, what nation had not had a part in her kingdom? And it says, and gotten of those spoils. The spoils is something you take when you conquer someone. You take the gold, the silver, their women and their children. You usually kill the men and you take the women and the children. The women for sex slaves and the children for slaves. Because you can recondition the children how you want them to, just like they've done with us. The whites are members, they called us black people. Right? They called us black people. Let's just have a look at that term. Right, they called us black people. Why they called us black people? Let's have a look at what they say here. This is the Collins Dictionary. Yeah? The Collins Dictionary. Right? It says here, black. And it says, having no king. Right? It starts with that. Then it goes down to number 8, it says, wicked or harmful. A black light, the darkest colour, it says here, yeah, it says here, having no use, owing to the absorption of all or almost all light, of the colour of gold, without light, without hope, gloomy. The future looks black, dirty, or soiled, angry, or resentful. So that's why they called us black, okay? But we're not black. According, my jacket sleeves are black and I'm brown. So this is what they done to us. They told us all this nonsense that we're so-called black people. So let's see why they call themselves white people. Right, let me just kill this off first. Because we want to find out why they call themselves white people. They called us black, right? And let's see why they call themselves white. Says here. Let's get this. Right, it says here. White, an inheritively positive colour, is associated with purity, virginity, innocence, light, goodness, heaven, safety, brilliance, illumination, understanding, cleanliness, faith, beginnings, sterility, spirituality, positivity, humility, sincerity, protection, softness, and perfection. So that's why they called us black and they call themselves white. Yeah? Because they want to be on the good side of the spectrum. When we know that the Bible tells us that they're red. Okay? Get me Genesis. Get me Genesis 25 and 21. So we got really work this out. What they've been doing, they've been mind pumping us from when they put us in slavery. Because they want to eradicate who we are. We are the children of Israel, God's chosen. In order for them to continue their rulership, they have to keep us down. You understand? So read that.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 23.
So we're going to find out what colour they really are. These Edomites, these Caucasians, these Europeans, these white, they call themselves white people. So we're going to find out what they're proud, but their society's falling, but they're still proud. We're going to see what it's like when they've got no food in their belly, how pride they are, what kind of pride they're going to have.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. Yeah. And the Lord said unto her, Sarah, 2 nations are in thy womb,
Yeah.
and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right, so that's why white people and black people don't get on, because it's biblical prophecy. We are not supposed to. We are to be separated. We can't get on. But what it is, they got the advantage of us now. Because if you know the story, with the Babylonian Empire, the Cushites, the Africans come in, the white people was gathering us together because they're our big wicked brother Esau. Yeah? We are more closer to the Caucasian race than the Africans and Chinese. They're our big wicked brother. Because only a wicked person would burn you. Yeah? Because this is their history. They burned us. Yeah? They burned us. They hanged us. Yeah? This is the wickedness what they done to us. This is what they're trying to hide from the school system. This is their history. Yeah? This is what they've done to us. And this is supposed to be their younger brother. Yeah? Burning us, hanging us, cutting babies out of women's bellies, feeding our babies to alligator known as alligator bait. Alligator bait. This is their history. This is what they was doing to us. Because they've got the advantage over us. But what they don't realise is they're doing it to God's chosen. And that's why they're seeing Roma now. The Roma virus, yeah? The plagues, the famines are coming because of this. Read that.
It says here, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Right, and it says the one people shall be stronger. Who's stronger? We are. Not only physically, but mentally. This man loses his job, he goes home and kills his whole family. And even the hamster, living on the wheel, done nothing wrong. Who do you want to do his running? You know what I mean? And this man shows we are strong enough mentally and physically. We created everything in this society. Yeah? Read up.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
So they're going to serve us. Because he tells you, but read on.
When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, they were twins in her womb.
Right, so the mother, Isaac and Rebecca, had a son called Esau. And it says that we need to be separated, we will never get on. Black and white, like the day and the night can't come together, it has to be a separate. Like today you see the daylight, then the night comes. They can't be together. It shows you need to be separated. Yeah? Because they're our number one enemy according to Psalm. Read up.
And the first came out red.
Right, so this is the point. The first came out red. Right, they're not white people. There's purity, they're not pure. Well, if you say they're the pure devil, the 100% devil they are, yeah? But there's nothing right about them. He tells you everywhere they go, they do death and destruction. They are as death. Yeah, and cannot be, they're a bloody man. Yeah? Read up.
The first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau.
Right, so Esau, this is what it's about. Esau, the first came out, and Jacob, he was supposed to get the blessing. Yeah, the Caucasian. The blessing's not his blessing now, but the true blessing is to rule the kingdom of heaven forever. This is why they kill us. This is why the so-called Planned Parenthood, when they want to abort our babies, right? They want to see the end, the back of our heads. They want to see the end of us. But what it is, because they can't destroy us, because God said He wants these two people to rule. Yeah, but they're trying their best. Because when this Rona first comes, what did they say? You want to give it to the so-called black people first. And in America, Bill Gates and his wife said, you want to give it to the African Americans first. Because they're trying to exterminate us. Yes, King. Yes, King. Right? They're trying to exterminate us. It's not going to happen. Because our God has made a covenant with Abraham. He said that we would be His chosen people forever. Yeah? So read on.
It says here. And they called his name Esau.
Right, wasted away is he, Joshua.
And after that, his brother came out.
Right, so he didn't mention his colour, it said after him, so his brother come out.
Well, it was mentioned, that was in Genesis 1 and 4. It says
Like they mentioned there.
No, it says it made the man dust of the ground.
Two
He
and
was
seven.
holding that colour before this came out, innit? So we already knew that he already had a description.
Yeah, because what it was Cain.
Yeah.
Esau is the rebirth of Cain. Because Cain, when he killed Abel, the Lord stripped his pigment. Because he said, when they see me, they're going to want to kill me.
Does everyone know it's a
It's an abomination.
It's like some sort of...
It's a plague, it's a disease, yeah.
It's not a
mutation. Because there was this gorilla colony, and there was an albino gorilla, and they shunned him. They wanted to separate him, otherwise the gorillas would have killed him. Because they see, look at this guy. It's different for us. Same thing Cain said. Cain said they wanted to kill me because I'm different. He stripped his pigment, and now these Caucasians are just clean lepers. That's why the sun hates their guts. It's the malignant melanoma. I was going into that yesterday. So just continue with that, yeah? Yeah, 40. So that's why they're not so more white people, they're red. They're the Edomites. Edom means red, underwhite. What is the devil? Where's it at?
It says here, and it shall come to Isaiah chapter 14 verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahawah shall give thee rest from the sorrow and from the fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
And we need rest in this place, man. We really do. Our people are worn out. They've worn us out. It tells you that in Micah. The saints, they've worn us out. They wear us out. You understand? We're the ones that need to be delivered. Because we are the righteous. See these Caucasian people, they're naturally wicked. That's why they've got homosexuality, child molestation, child trafficking, organ trafficking. All this stuff comes from the Europeans and Caucasians. So we need to be delivered from them. Because they are the wicked the Bible speaks of. We are the righteous. But what it is, when we're around them, we pick up their wicked ways. And it tells us the righteous, what's that? Proverbs 16 and 14. 14 and 2. 29 eyes and 29 and 6. The righteous is not the way of the wicked actually choose stuff. That's why you've got Jake today to play with homo. Our women have become lesbians because we are around these evil people who are called the Edomites. All nations are evil, but the Edomites are the most evilest people. Yeah? On the planet. Read on.
Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say.
Right, and who is the king of Babylon now? In Revelation, the 11th chapter and around the 18th verse, it tells you that this world has become, this place becomes as Sodom and as Egypt and as Babylon. Babylon was fallen in 18th or 17th chapter. Babylon was fallen, it has become the habitation of devils. Yeah? So read that again.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
And who's the king of Babylon now? Sleepy, creepy Joe Biden. First it was Uncle Trump. Now it's creepy Joe Biden. He's the king of Babylon. So we're taking up this proverb against him and say what?
How have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased?
Right, and we're seeing it now. They're having problems with their financial system. They're having problems with their food. They're having problems with fires, earthquakes, tornadoes. Just telling you how I've ceased me putting a stop to it. So we're coming to the end of the European domination over the planet. We're coming to the end of their rulership, their eon, their age. All nations have had an age. We ruled during the Dark Age. I was telling the people a couple of times last week and the week before that so King James, Mary Queen of Scots, all these people are black people. We were the nobility. Yeah? We were the royalty. But we fell due to our disobedience. That's the only reason we fell, due to our disobedience. And now we're coming back, we're regaining our national origin. That's why we stand up here bold. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 said the righteous stand up bold in front of the face of the people that have oppressed us. And those who oppressed us the most, our big wicked brother Esau, the so-called Caucasians, they call themselves white, Edomites, okay, of the Bible. Read on.
It says here, the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right, he's breaking their staff now, that's their power. When you've got a staff, it means you're in rulership. So the Most High is breaking their staff now, their power. Yeah? Because they had total power of us in slavery. They changed around our necks. They totally subjugated us. But it's by the grace of our King. Yeah? Yahawah by Shem Malachi, like he said, how did he phrase it? He said, what did he say? He said,
I will not, what is it? Give us only by the grace of God. Okay, I'll get it.
how did he paraphrase it? How did he say it?
Lamentations.
I will not have you to dwell in the land of Egypt.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not.
Right, you see that, and our women are completely gone. You see, they're walking around with blonde hair, not knowing that blonde hair is leprosy. Right? But it's by the grace of God. Read that part again.
Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22.
Right?
It is of Yahawah's mercies that we are not consumed.
So it's our God's mercy. Because remember what we started with? The Lord going to have mercy on Jacob. Despite his mercies, the right man hasn't killed us, basically. Because that's his number one ambition. He wakes up every morning thinking of now a way to get rid of us. Yeah? But despite the Lord's mercy, we can't. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. He told us that he cannot get rid of us, not unless he can get rid of the stars and things.
Book of Malachi chapter 3, verse 6.
Right.
For I am the Lord Yahawah, I change not.
Right.
Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right, see? So the Most High controls all spirits, even the devil on the earth, so-called white man. He thinks that he's got power over his own rulership. No, this is given to him. Our God gave it to him. He said, what's that scripture that he said that? Baruch 3 and 6. You got Baruch there? Baruch, right? It's either 3 and 6 or 4 and 6 or 3 and 8.
How's it going?
We'll come out.
It's the book of Baruch chapter 3, verse 6. Or is it 4 verse 6?
What
He
did
was
it say?
sold to the nations.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the book of Baruch chapter 4, verse 6.
Right?
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto your enemies.
Right, so God gave us over. It tells us in the Bible he was given to the white man to rule over. He never had the power. You see, even though, Dante Wilder and, what's his name? Tyson Fury is a gent. So basically that was just a white boy in a black man's skin beating up another black guy. Because they're the gypsies, yeah? You understand? But usually in a boxing ring or an MMA ring, Esau's going to get knocked the head out. We are the warriors. They were the Caesars what put the thumbs down wearing the togas. We was the ones fighting in the arenas. When they play Spartacus, they got Kirk Douglas and what's the other one? Russell Crowe, the gladiator. That's all supposed to be black people, so-called black people. He was never them people there. Yeah, he was the softy up in the booth putting the thumb down.
When they put Tyson Fury and Mr. Guy's name, Deontay Wilder on a pedestal like that, because obviously people don't understand that your lineage, okay, is not based off colour. Tyson Fury is an Israelite, okay, like certain people Spanish, American, and West African, okay, but because of the complexion of his skin, then people would think that he's Caucasian, which he's not. Okay, because it's not by your by the colour of your skin, which is your breed. It's about your lineage, the seed line. But people would look at that and think it's a...
then they got the great white Hulk, innit? That's what they look for.
Yeah, so it looks like that, you know what I'm saying? But people that are not learned, you know what I'm saying? Because they know the top of these stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They know it's...
That's what I hate. When you know what Tyson Fury said? You know, he was even talking about God and that as well.
I didn't see the point.
Yeah, he was talking about God. He said, I give all my praise to God. And he's well known for being against homosexuality. That's why he doesn't get the credit.
Well, that's why in England, that's why they shunned him from it.
Yeah, they shunned him.
They say, they want to see him looking at the hospital there.
Right,
Come on,
because, yeah, because
they said that he was drinking it.
yeah, they demonized him. Yeah. But now he's claiming not in that so-called black folk. They want to put him up as the Great White Hulk. They're using him as the Great White Hulk. But they're still not giving him the credit like Tim Henman when he was playing tennis. That is 100% cracker. You understand? Read on.
It says here,
You will read it from the top. Will be sold.
it's the book of Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath, you were delivered unto your enemies, unto the enemy.
Right, so we've got, this is the man we're under. That there is a demonstrator wearing a dress. Okay? He was sold to our enemies. This is what we have to put up with. You know what I mean? This is how far we've fallen. Our God sold us because we moved him to wrath. He put us under the basis of men. You know what I mean? The captain caveman. Yeah? They call themselves Caucasian. Caucasian means cave dweller, or dwellers of the Caucasus Mountains.
In Georgia, Russia.
Yeah. So caveman. Our king put us under the caveman. Yeah? Captain caveman.
For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High.
Now we sacrifice the devil.
I'll read it again. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 7. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High.
Right, so this is the devil we sacrifice unto. We've got Christmas coming up very soon, right? And we're going to sacrifice, a lot of our people are going to sacrifice unto this devil, right? What it is, they gave us a white guy. How can a black man have a white God or a white? That's good. Knowing that they come out of us. Two white people can't have a black baby, but two black people can have a white baby. Yeah? Because melanin has to be stripped. We're into that. Esau, his melanin was stripped from him. Yeah? Read that again.
It says here, for you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
Cesare Borgia is one of the devils who sacrificed him.
And not to the Most High.
Right, and the Most High is a so-called black man. Daniel 7 and 9 says he sits on his throne with a woolly hair on his head. Yeah?
It says here, for you provoked, you have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and you have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Right, so we've forgotten our power. Our power is Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, the one name ignorantly called Jesus Christ and God. Yeah? When the name is Yahawah and Yahawashi, and we are to reverence them above all of them. That's why our power lies in His name. He said in our Zephaniah, He's going to return to us a pure light. About 2 and 9, where we're going to have to call on him in these last days. You understand? Is that done?
You get one more. Psalms 94, verse 16. I was like at 14. This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 14. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance, but judgment shall return. That's the main thing.
Okay.
We're not cast off his people.
Right, we're not cast off his people.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Let's get Romans 11 chapter then. Yeah? Quickly roll that up, because he says we're not cast off his people. Because you've got to realise that we are the chosen people of God. Right? Start at the top.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid.
No.
For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Right, so Paul, Apostle Paul, said that God hasn't cast away. It might look like it. Get Hosea 5:15. Might look like it, but he's not cast us away. Right? He was willing from the beginning, and the one called Jesus Christ is not this guy, this is not Jesus Christ. You know this is, sir?
Rockstar.
No, this is Cesare Borgia. He was a homosexual, child molester, killed his sister, brother-in-law, slept with his sister. Yeah? Have you heard of him before? Come here, sir. Have you heard of him before? This is the chap here.
Yeah.
See, it's the same geezer. When you take the bonnet off of him, it's the same man.
Well, it looks pretty similar.
Yeah, because this is Cesare Borgia. Have you heard of him? Have you heard of
of course.
Borgia?
I have,
yeah? Have you heard of Rodrigo Borgia?
I know about the Borgias were a big
Yeah.
family in
The Pope,
Spain,
you know?
weren't they, or someplace?
Borgias was the first white pope.
The first white Pope.
Yeah, because originally before that there was black popes, Metallidis and all that. Yeah, what it is when the when the so-called Caucasians come into power, you know the Renaissance period.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what it's about?
Well, it was about rediscovering many things.
It's a rebirth.
Sorry?
It means a rebirth.
I know what it means, yes.
Yeah, it means a rebirth of the Roman Empire. Why do they need a rebirth?
Why did they need a rebirth?
Yeah.
Well, art was stagnant.
No, that's not what it's about.
No, but art was stagnant. I studied art.
No, what you studied was not the truth. The rebirth was the so-called Caucasians fell during the Roman Empire. It was called, you had the what? You had the pagan Roman Empire. Then you had what's it called? It's called the holy and the pagan.
Yeah, the Holy Roman Empire, which was like you had the Greeks and it was quite a wide thing, the Holy Roman Empire.
The Holy Roman Empire was the so-called Latin. This is from the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah.
King James.
King James?
Yes, King James.
Which King James?
King James VI of Scotland, the first of England.
Yeah. So
Right, so-called black man.
That's 1704, I think it was, that he came to
No, remember it was 1600s he commissioned the King James
No,
Bible.
he
So how
didn't
can
come
it be in
to
the
power.
1700s?
He didn't come to power until the early 18th century. It was
Let's
like
see
1704.
let's see when he commissioned the Bible. Let's see if that's true. Yeah? Let's see if you're on point. Yeah? Because he's the one who commissioned the Bible. Yeah? Let's have a look.
Yeah, I know,
Let's
King
have a
James
look.
Bible, yes.
Yeah, let's see what that was for you. So you're saying the King James Bible was what, in the 1800s?
The Union of Crowns.
No, you
was,
said the King James Bible was...
No, I didn't mention the king. You mentioned
Yeah,
that.
but what-
I said
Okay, he
that
come
he
about-
came to power as the King of Scotland and England in about 1704. It was not the 17th century, it was the early 18th.
Let's see when he commissioned the Bible.
Well, why don't you? I don't care about the Bible. Why don't you
I
do
know you don't care
Union
about
of
I do.
the Crowns?
I do care about
If you
the Bible.
put in Union of the Crowns, you'll find out the
King
proper
James,
date.
when was the Bible?
Guy doesn't listen to you, does he? Look, you've got your own agenda.
I know what you're
You
saying.
have your own agenda.
I know what you're
You're
saying.
not
John talking
prepared to
about the
listen to
Bible.
me. And you asked me a question, I answered you. I said it's about 1704, that's the Union of the Crowns.
Yes.
When England and Scotland had a unification
Yes.
of crowns.
Yes.
And that is when he became the King of England.
Yes.
Which is
But
your
what-
original
okay,
question.
well, I'm talking about the
But
Bible.
then you told me that's wrong.
No, what I'm trying to say is...
Oh, no,
when was
no,
the
no,
Bible
no,
commissioned?
no, no.
All right, Esau. Right, go back into that.
So see, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early.
Right, so... Where are you from, my dear?
Cuba.
Oh, Cuba. Oh, Cuban, yeah? That's Cuban, yeah. On the Cuban side, yeah? So, well, you're Manasseh. You're from Manasseh. You're from the chosen of Israel. Yeah, you know this, yeah? You're not much chosen. So what you got to do?
Spread the word.
Now let's spread the word. Get the Genesis 3:16. Let's see what God says to you.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And that's why obviously when the woman today's hospital, children birth upright. Yeah, upright. You're not supposed to give birth laying down because that puts pressure on your back. That's physical pain. But here, this is the Caucasian society. So that's why they do everything the other side. And they know that. That's why they put that during the back, and then you get back problems.
They used to have birthing stools in Egypt.
Exactly.
You sit down on the
And
stool.
gravity takes
So
control.
gravity will. So when they're lying down, it's causing more pain. That's right, yeah?
That way the umbilical cord as well, it doesn't ever get caught around the
The
neck
baby's neck.
because it unravels when it comes out. So see, and thy desire, thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Does your husband rule over you?
Is what, sir?
Does your husband rule over you?
I can be.
Does your husband rule over you? Or do you rule over your husband? You rule over him. See what I mean? So read that again. This is what, see, this is out of order. This is the orders what God has given. Right, this is the word of God. So,
Genesis chapter 3 verse 16. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So, according to the Most High, according to the Bible, yeah, you should be subjugated to your husband.
Yeah.
Because as a woman, you're the weaker vessel. Put it this way, if economic collapse happened in the next hour, women are not going to be looking for another woman to save them if you see like an axe murderer come around the corner. They're going to be looking to any man, period. Even no matter what, he could be blue. But because he's a man with a beard, they're going to look for that masculinity trait. Have you seen a movie called, what's it called? Denzel Washington, Book of Eli.
I haven't, sir, but I haven't.
Well, that's a movie that, because they put things in the movie before it happens. Like this economic collapse and whatnot, if you know about the economic trade and stuff like that, obviously a lot of things have been happening where stocks obviously looking to crash and this bubble of debt is about to burst, which is going to cause super high inflation. You know, like loaves of bread are going to cause to go up like 100-fold. You know what I'm saying? And money's obviously worthless because the fact that it's not backed by anything like gold and silver, which is real gold, obviously the money that you have in your pocket, which is like plastic, is worth nothing. The fact that your husband, he takes charge and rules over you in the household because he's the head of the house and he has sound judgment. And also has given men the responsibility.
Jeremiah. We've got to realise it's just very few turn up. Very important they've taken Babylonian customs, like Christmas, Mother's Day. Mother's Day comes before Father's Day, and they focused on Mother's Day. See what I mean? But it should be Father's Day, because who brings forth the life? Father. He becomes the X and Y chromosome. He's got the seed, and then he plants it into a woman. So what it is, they've elevated the woman above the man in this society. Right? That's why you rule over your boyfriend, your husband. You understand? But that's out of order according to God. He gave order. He said, what did he say in Genesis? The woman should be desired for the husband and shall rule over. I think Isaiah, is it 3 and something? Jeremiah 3, the woman shall pass away.
What if the man doesn't respect the woman? Then he's not a cancer.
Let me read this one while you're there. It says here, this is Jeremiah 31:22. How long will you do this thing? How long wilt thou go about, backsliding, the daughters of Zion? Think about us. We are the daughters of Zion, yeah? The Israelites, yeah? That's Hispanics all the way down to the Mexican. It says, for the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So a woman has come elevated. This is what God said. He's going to bring the earth, give it over to certain people that will do this. Make a woman compass a man. Because now you get generals, yeah? You get women in the clergy in high positions. Even they wanted a woman racing driver, women doctors, lawyers. These are not positions for women. You understand? God made a woman for, he gave her a beautiful role. You need to control the house, be over the children, and make sure her husband is happy. What more would a woman want? He looks after her, and it tells you a man is supposed to look after his woman. You know a man can have more than one wife as well.
According to the Bible,
Yeah, according to the Bible. But let me
If
start.
he has the will to support both women.
Yes,
That's right. That's
She
right.
doesn't understand.
Yeah,
So it's not really just take one.
You have to respect both of them.
Yes.
Provide whatever they need.
Yeah, you have to provide for their needs. Yeah, you can't treat one different from the
That's
other.
how- yes,
Right. But
Even
what,
if you have one.
yeah, but women, what do women say? If you can have one, if you can have more than one, I can have more than one. That's what they say, isn't it? But do you know what that brings? Confusion. Because if a man has 3 wives
Yeah.
and they all get pregnant,
Yeah.
who's the father? If a woman has 3 men and she gets pregnant, who's the father?
That's where you get the Morgan show, you get Jerry Springer. You know, you get those shows because that's just what it is.
Confusion. See what I mean? Confusion. And it tells you in Corinthians, God is not the author of confusion. You understand? He likes order. So that's why he has to send his son, Jesus Christ, to deliver us. Blacks, Hispanics, and natives, you have to be delivered. We end up doing stuff that they do. Like, you're a beautiful woman. Why are you putting blonde hair in your head? You think that's beauty?
I like it.
Yeah, but you've been programmed to think that Caucasian is the figment of beauty. When you see that blonde hair, they've told you that this is beauty. In the Bible, we're going to read for you that it's leprosy.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like my hair. I like
No,
my
no.
curly dark hair.
No, I'm not saying you don't like your
I
hair.
just like to change.
Yeah, but
That's
what
why
is-
I cannot decide one color or the other.
Yeah, all right, but what you're picking there is leprosy. It's against God. What you're saying to God is that, you know what, I'm going to, what you said about leprosy, I don't really care about that. What I'm going to do, because I'm in a society now, that I'm going to change it. I'll have red tomorrow, but I'm going to put blonde back again. Even though God said not to do these things.
You say not to put blonde on your
Yeah, because it's leprosy. It's a disease. Yeah, I'm going to show you in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah.
See when you're saying about, say if you've got a husband or a man, disrespectful cheating, you just treat his wife like that. So say Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, while a godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord. So say if the man is wicked, a wicked woman, or a wicked doesn't even have to be doing something like adultery or stuff. You could just be a servant in how much you get shot. Or say like you married from being children. That's wickedness because you're not seeking anything.
Yeah, everything outside of the Bible is wicked.
So you'd be given because a guy doesn't go out and
Yeah, but let's say you do everything. You commit to him, you commit to his family, but he doesn't give it back. He
yes, but
doesn't
before you
respect
commit to
you.
do that, you're supposed to be good then in front, but understanding that in this society, sometimes you're not going to be in a family that there's no truth. So I can understand. But that's what I'm like saying. So say if you end up with a guy that there's no your father is supposed to choose your husband. Like a woman who goes mad and has a nice car and all these other stuff that looks good, but she doesn't go in. That's what I'm saying. So
It's not only because he has a nice
Majority
car,
of
nice
not everybody, let's say majority. I go on the internet and I watch